What's going on, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. And for this episode, we got a stacked episode for you guys today because one of our main topics, we're going to be going over the everything that's going to be going on at Cinemacon and then this week. So yeah, strap on tight and get your popcorns ready because we got a lot of things to discuss. But before we get into the CinemaCon news and other Main Street news, let's get into our first topic of the day, and that's going to be a movie review on Evil Dead Rise. So this is the fifth installment of the Evil Dead franchise, and this film stars Lily Civilian and Alison Sutherland. So if I ever pronounce their names, but they star as two estranged sisters trying to survive and save their family from demon creatures. Morgan Davidson, Gabrielle Ellison, and Neil Fisher in her film debut appear as supporting roles as the children. And then Lee Croyan was the director of this movie. So after watching this Evil Dead Rise, it went back to its horror roots, like the one they did in I think it was 2013. Because if you guys already know about the Evil Dead franchise, it's mostly for focus on that horror comedy from the main character, the Ash. Yeah, if y'all remember Ash from the one where it has the chainsaw in his hand, played by the Bruce Campbell, and Bruce Campbell was in this movie as well, but like he had a voice only cameo role, and in this movie. So yeah, he was there for that. And I have to say, this is the best horror movie I've seen this year so far. And man, I love the cinematography. I like the sound. I love the camera shots and everything. So this was worked with a small budget. So that tells me they focus more on quantity over quality, which was really good. The director took his time and got the ball rolling every time from start to finish. And there was a lot of Sam Raimi's signature ingredients to this movie, especially when it comes to the some of the camera shots in this movie. It still had its dark humor in it. It had a little bit of comedy in it, but not that much because it was trying to, like I said before, it was trying to focus back on its horror roots from the one in 2013. So I'm glad they kept that. So and man, there was a lot of blood in this movie. So much blood in this movie. So yeah, this is a really a good time to watch if you're a fan of, if you're a horror fan and you're also a fan of the Evil Dead franchise. So I give this movie an A. This was really good. So I recommend you guys go check it out if you guys are interested. So yeah, I give this movie an A. All right. So moving on from our movie review, let's get into the debate topic, which I did discuss what I said earlier on in the episode. So we're gonna be going over everything that's going on at Cinemacon this week, which it starts on Monday. So yeah, so we're gonna go by 5 different studios, and gonna be telling you what's going on. Is gonna be a certain previews and stuff like that. So I'm only going down to the ones that's that's coming up soon. I'm not gonna mention the one that's already out on theaters or video on demand right now. We're gonna be focused on the ones that's coming up soon. So let's start off with Universal Pictures. So we are getting previews and news from Fast 10, Fast X, Strays, Oppenheimer, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, Trolls 3, band together, and the untitled The Exorcist remake. So those are the movies that's going to be setting previews from your Universal. All right, let's get into Walt Disney Studios. So Walt Disney Studios will be showing an advanced screening of the Boogeyman from 20th Century Studios. We're gonna be getting previews from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is coming up really soon, right around the corner. The Little Mermaid and Studios. So if I pronounce the name, Emeralds. That's how I pronounce it. But moving on. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, The Marvels, Haunted Mansion, A Haunting in Venus. So if I pronounce it right. Next Goal Wins. That's from Taika Waititi. Wish and Peter Pan and Wendy. So that's your previews there for Walt Disney Studios. And now moving on to Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers will also be having a special advanced screening, and that one's going to be on The Flash. Man, I am so jealous of this, so I'm just going to say this. Do not look up Flash on social media. I'm just going to tell you right now. Just don't look up The Flash off social media, because they might spoil some things. So don't look up anything on The Flash. That's all I'm going to say. And then we'll be getting previews from Barbie, Meg 2, The Trench, Blue Beetle. That's the movie I worked on. The Nun 2, Dune 2, Wonka, The Color Purple remake, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So yeah, that's from Warner Brothers there. And then from Paramount Pictures, we got Transformers: The Rise of the Beast, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem, and Killers of the Flower Moon. That's from Martin Scorsese. We already mentioned that's gonna be freaking 3 hours. So if you could watch a 3-hour movie from Martin Scorsese, which was the Irishman on Netflix, you can get through this as well. And then lastly, from Sony Pictures, we get previews from Love Again, The Machine, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, No Hard Feelings, Harold and the Purple Crayon, Insidious: The Red Door, Gran Turismo, They Listen, Equalizer 3, Kraven the Hunter, and Ghostbusters Afterlife's a sequel. So that's what will be coming from Sony Pictures. So let me know in the comments below which studio has the best previews and everything. So yeah, let me know in the comment section and let me know which movies are you most interested in. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening at Cinemacon this year. So now let's get into our mainstream topics for today. So first up, we got a cast of the Sonic spinoff Knuckles, which is going to be a series. So the cast includes Alien Taylor, Tika Sumption, Idris Elba, who is Knuckles, Adam Paley, Scott Moranson, and Roy McCain. So we have 3 from the past Sonic films returning, and the other 3 are new cast characters. I don't know what they're going to be playing as, but hopefully we get some more details on that down the line. All right, moving on. James Gunn answers angry DC fans' questions on Twitter on why he is promoting a Marvel movie. So here's what the one of the tweets says: "The worst business that DC could do was to hire someone who's advertising the competition. Unbelievable. Now you can imagine what their movie is going to be like. I think it's going to be a disaster." And then James Gunn replied saying, "The last thing DC will want is someone who spent the last 12 years of his life creating a series of films and then turn his back on the last movie he created and pour his heart and soul into, as well as his collaboration and investors. I wasn't hired at DC without everyone on board being very clear and supportive up front and continuously through this process. Man, people just gotta chill. Okay, so we all know James Gunn, everything that he's doing for Marvel is gonna be different for what he's gonna do in DC. So, like I said, hashtag DC rises. So we're gonna get some new stuff. So people just gotta chill out. And speaking of Guardians, there's a question saying, what happens if Guardians 3 and the Marvels flop? Man, I don't know. But let's look at the some of these past Marvel movies. That's how much they made during the domestic box office. So let's look at the last two Aquaman movies, starting on with Aquaman 2, aka I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Ant-Man. Excuse me. Why am I saying Aquaman? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So Ant-Man and the Wasp. So that made 622 million, and then recently we got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and that opened up at 474 million. And kind of really some low numbers there. So, and now let's look at Black Panther. So Black Panther made 1.335 billion, and then Black Panther Wakanda Forever made 859 million. So yeah, that was kind of below a little bit. So it is what it is on that one. And then the Thor series, and Thor Ragnarok opened up to 855 million, while Thor Love and Thunder opened up to 760 million. Man, a lot of the sequels are going down. That's really weird. And then we go to where we at right now. So the last Captain Marvel movie made $1.13 billion. And then the last Guardians film, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, made $863 million. So, it's a really tough question. We don't know how Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and also what the Marvels is going to do. We don't know yet. So, let's see what we're gonna do, and hopefully we'll get some numbers by the time they reach out in theaters. So, well, especially for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, because that's gonna be coming out real soon. So, yeah, we'll stay on touch on that. The Little Mermaid clocks at almost 1 hour longer than the animated original. Well, technically, the original Little Mermaid is at an hour and 37 minutes, and this new one is at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah, it's close to an hour, but a little bit low. But let's look at the comparisons from the originals and the remakes that Disney has did. So, starting with Aladdin, the original Aladdin was at an hour and 30 minutes. But the live action remake was at 2 hours and 8 minutes. And then we have Beauty and the Beast. The original was an hour and 24 minutes, while the live action was 2 hours and 9 minutes. Cinderella was an hour and 14 minutes, and then the live action remake was an hour and 45 minutes. Not bad. And then lastly, Mulan was an hour and 27 minutes, while the live action remake was an hour and 55 minutes. Not bad. So, as long as we all know it's going to be stay the same, but we just looking at how many new scenes they're going to be added. Because that's what makes the live action remake longer than the original, because they add new scenes to the mix. So yeah, it is what it is. So let's hope the Little Mermaid is really good when it comes out on Memorial Day weekend. Moving forward, John Wick Chapter 4 breaks all-time franchise box office records. So, the first one made 86 million. The second one made 174 million. The third one made 328 million. And now the fourth one is currently at 349.7 million. So I do believe it could make more, but we'll see how it goes and how long it's going to be during this theatrical run. So moving forward, the Super Mario Brothers destroys all-time video game movie records in just 10 days. Listen, the Super Mario Brothers is going to be the first movie that's going to make $1 billion. I guarantee it. So, let's look at some of these big video game movies and how much they made during their run. All right, starting at number 10, we have Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, ending at 312 million. The first Sonic movie ended at 319 million. The Prince of Persia ended at 336 million. Angry Birds ended at 352 million. Uncharted ended at 401 million. The second Sonic the Hedgehog movie ended at 405 million. Rampage ended at 428 million. Warcraft ended at 439 million. Pokemon Detective Pikachu ended at 449 million. And now, the Super Mario Brothers, where it's currently at right now, is at 678 million. Well, I think they already passed 800 million already. So, yeah, they continue to break records. All right, moving on. Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh to star in a Star Trek Section 1-3 movie. So, this is coming from Variety, and it says, per the official log line, Emperor Philia Georgius joined a secret division of Starfleet tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets and faced the sins of her past. Rumors of a Yale lead Section 31 project begins up to the conclusion of Season 1 of Discovery. After a deleted scene revealed Georgia being approached by a member of the shadowy intelligence organization on the Kill home world. So I do expect we might get a spin-off sequel off of this. So hopefully we get some more details on that. And speaking of more sequels coming to Paramount Plus, there's going to be a Galaxy Quest series coming to Paramount Plus. I haven't heard Galaxy Quest in a long time. But let's read what Deadline has to say. Paramount Television Studios is taking a new stab at a Galaxy Quest TV series based on the DreamWorks cult classic from 1999 sci-fi comedy movie. The project, which is in early stages of development, is set up at Paramount Plus. It is executive produced by the film's producer Mark Johnson via his Grin Vin Productions. There are no concepts or writer yet. Reps at Paramount Plus and Paramount TV Studios declined to comment. So hopefully we get some more details in that, and let's see if Tim Allen and the rest of the cast crew going to be returning as well. Mortal Kombat 2 is officially in production in 2 months. So this is coming from Joe Blog, and it says, replying from a report from Geeks Vibe Nation on Twitter, Mortal Kombat producer Todd Garner seemingly confirmed that the sequel will start shooting in Australia this June by responding, "I was wondering why I had an appointment in Australia. Mortal Kombat 2 will once again be directed by Simon McQuarrie, with Jeremy Slater from Moon Knight writing the script. With filming on Mortal Kombat 2 just over the horizon, we should start hearing more about the sequel before too long. It is expected that the film should be wrapped by September. If there are wraps by September, then it should be releasing in 2024. Moving on, the Writers Guild overwhelmingly vote to strike if no deal is reached in 2 weeks. So let's read this. This wrote here says that the WGA members have voted overwhelmingly to authorize a strike. The vote, which has improved by nearly 98% of the eligible voting members, authorized that the WGA West Board and the WGA East Council to call a strike if a fair deal for a new film and television contract isn't reached by May 1st, when the current pact expires. The two sides are set to resume negotiations at 2 p.m. So, man, this is crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen. Moving on back to James Gunn news. James Gunn announced that the pre-production for Superman Legacy has already started. So, James Gunn took to Twitter and says, "I am honored to be a part of the legacy. And what better day than on Superman Anniversary Day to dive in fully into early pre-production on Superman Legacy. Costumes, production designs, and more now up and running. Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear more details on Superman Legacy." Moving on, the Russo brothers said they would love to direct Batman for James Gunn. So this will here's what the Russo brothers had to say. First, this is coming from Joe. "Obviously, James over there running it, it would be a no-brainer. We love him to death. We love the direction he's going to take that the world is in. You know he's going to be active with it. And favorite DC characters. I mean, man, there are so many good ones. I always answer based on the comments I collected as a kid. And 2 comments I collected were most were Spider-Man. Actually, 3 were Spider-Man, X-Men, and Batman. But there's never been a lot of interrogation of a Batman. So I feel like this is the obvious answer." And then Anthony says, "But you know, it's hard not to answer that. Here's how I know we haven't actually gotten literal about it, and specifically about it. It is because, yeah, Batman is my favorite character entire childhood, but obviously it's been well exploded. Could the Russo brothers be the director of Batman, the Brave and the Bold? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see." Moving on, Scorsese's and Leonardo DiCaprio's Killers of the Flower Moon clocked at almost 3.5 hours long. I already mentioned that when we were discussing the Cinemacon news, but this is what also Deadline had to say. "Mark Scorsese has locked his cut of Killers of the Flower Moon, and Deadline can reveal that the final runtime will be 3 hours and 26 minutes. The Apple Original Films drama will make its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival next month, before it opens theatrically in October through Paramount Pictures, and later moves to streaming globally on Apple TV Plus. Can't wait for that, y'all." Moving on, Amazon adds feature to boost diagonal volumes so you can hear. So this is what anybody has to say. Introducing Dialogue Boost, a new function from Amazon that lets you actually understand what's being said on its shows. The Ion Power feature will let you increase the volume and dialogue related to the background music and effects. You can also customize it through your personal preference, all to create more comfortable and access the viewer experience. That sounds interesting. Moving on, Halle Berry and Angelina Jolie, one of my two favorite actresses. They are set to star in an action thriller, Made versus Made. Sorry if I pronounced that name, but this is what Deadline had to say. Following an intense multi-studio bidding war that went into the weekend, Warner Brothers had landed the package with Oscar winners Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry to attach the star. Rosalie Lane is on board to direct from Scott Mercer's script. Berry and Jolie will produce alongside Berry's producing partner Halle Jenny through their banner Haley Holly, alongside Jeff Gruber and Juve Roof, who will also be producing through Arcade Films. Mercer and Lean will executive produce. So the exact details are being kept under wraps, but the insider described it as a Bond versus Bourne type global action thriller, with locations be announced. I like that. I can't wait to hear more details on that. Multiple movie projects being done from Jonathan Majors. Oh my God. Let's see what Deadline had to say. Jonathan Majors has been dropped from a few slate of projects we hear on a good authority that Protagonist Pictures feature an adaptation of the Walter Mosley novel, The Man in the Basement, a ad campaign from the Texas Rangers MLB team, as well as a unannounced fifth season Otis Redding biopic, which the Emmy-nominated actor was circling around. Man, I don't know why. The man is innocent. Oh my God. Moving on. A few selection of Spider-Man and Venom movies are coming to Disney Plus. So let's look at that. Which Spider-Man films are coming to Disney Plus? So we have the original Spider-Man that will be available on April 21st. Then Spider-Man 2 will be available on April 21st. And then Spider-Man 3 will all be available on April 21st. This is the Tobey Maguire trilogy there. Then we got the Andrew Garfield 2 movies. The first one is going to be open up on April 21st. And then only one of Andrew Garfield. So only one, and that's the very first one, Amazing Spider-Man, and then the first of the Tom Holland Spider-Man Homecoming, that's gonna be released on May 12th, and then the first Venom will be released on May 12th as well. So I don't know why they didn't just release the whole entire Spider-Man and Venom movies. Like, why would you do a selection? Like, that made no sense. I understand they're still under the contract deal of Stars, but it is what it is. Fast X director Louis Leterrier signs to direct Fast and the Furious 11, and this is coming from Variety. Louis Leterrier is staying in Dominic Toretto's family. The transporter help will serve as director for the next film in the grand finale of the Fast and the Furious franchise. The new project will serve as a compilation film to Fast 10, aka Fast X, which that movie will be open up on May 19th. So, originally, Justin Lin was supposed to direct Fast 10, but he had dropped out, and this new director came in. So I guess that everybody loved what he did on Fast 10, so that's why he's coming back to to finish the Fast 10 the Fast and the Furious franchise. So yeah. All right, moving back to the Jonathan Major news again. So, Jonathan Majors is prepared for a May 8th court appearance on domestic violence charge. His PR problems is about to get even bigger. Some familiar with the matter tell Variety that most of the allegations abusive victims Majors may have come forward following his March arrest and then cooperating with a Mayhem District Attorney's Office. The progression of more women waiting in the wings will be marked at a dramatic turn in the case of where it comes from the heels of Majors, but publicists and management firms cutting ties with the actor. So, man, let's see what happens on May 8th. All right, moving on. A Twilight TV series is in development. Listen, I don't care too much of Twilight. I mean, it was good like back in the day when I was in middle school, but I don't really care too much about Twilight. So, but yeah, a Twilight series is in development. So that's all I got for y'all. Oh no, here's the details. A Twilight TV show is officially in development from Lionsgate. Based on the best-selling book series by Stephanie Meyer, the Twilight Saga movie franchise begins in 2008, introducing the world of Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson as human Belle Swan and vampire Edward Cullen, the two star-crossed lovers in Fort Washington. Despite gathering negative reviews from critics, the 5 Twilight movies was a massive commercial success that collected gross more than $3.4 billion worldwide. So, hopefully, y'all get some details on the Twilight television series. Moving on, Richard Reeves to be played by Adam Driver, claims the report. Now, listen. There are no confirmation yet. These are just rumors, okay? But yeah. So yeah, it's just rumors of right now. So, all right, moving on. John Boyega is rumored to return to Star Wars. And this is what Variety has to say. John Boyega has already aired his grievances about the DC's fumble of diversity in his Star Wars trilogy, telling GQ magazine in 2020, "What would I say to DC is do not bring out a black character, marking them to be much more important in the franchise than they are, and then have them pulse to the side. It's not good. I'll say it straight up." I don't think he's going to be returning after that. So, well, we already know that that Daisy Ridley is going to return in the new Star Wars chapter. So, it is what it is. And then lastly, fire longtime Marvel executive Vittorio Alonso settles a departure from the company. And this is coming from IndieWire saying, the former Marvel executive Vittorio Alonso was also suddenly terminated last month. After being with the studio since the original Ant-Man has reached a settlement with Disney over her exit. IndieWire has learned terms for the settlement was not disclosed. Disney and Alonso's authority Patricia Guzzo did not respond to the request for comment. So all I gotta say is that I hope they get their stuff together. That's all I can say. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment what you think of that, what your thoughts on everything I discussed today. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new videos are uploaded. And of course, if you listen to me on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. But other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.